Welcome, everybody, to another Theology Thursday. A couple of weeks ago, we had a suggestion from Pam Kreider for a scripture text to look at. It comes from the third chapter of the book of Proverbs, and it is the fifth and sixth verses. So I'm going to read that for you first, and then we'll talk just a little bit about it. Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your paths straight. So, one of the things that I love about this text is, especially if we put it into the context of that particular chapter, of the third chapter, it talks about kind of the benefits of wisdom, the things that come with being wise. All too often, when we think about wisdom, we think about relying on ourselves. We think it's something that simply just kind of comes with age, or we talk about people being wise beyond their years. But in this particular verse, it talks about trusting in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. And for me, what that says is when we look for wisdom, when we seek wisdom and understanding, the first place that we should look should be to God. That's the place where we will find that ultimate knowledge and wisdom and understanding that we actually can't ever attain on our own. And so this particular passage, also the sixth verse, in all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your paths straight. So in my mind, this is something to aspire to. It might be kind of the perfect goal. When we keep our eyes on God, when we acknowledge God, that it says that God will keep our paths straight. And there are plenty of times where we might not feel like our paths are all that straight. We might feel like we've wandered a bit, or we've been thrown off course by anything from a diagnosis or an accident to a relationship that's fraying, any other number of things that we might struggle with in our lives that leave us feeling like we're not actually on that straight path anymore. In my mind, when I think about that straight path, though, it's more about God will help to keep us on a right path or a right relationship with him, that there will be that direct connection, if you will. I think that's the straight path. Not that we'll always do the right things or that we won't ever fail, because we know that that's going to happen. But first off, when we keep our mind on God, it does keep that relationship intact. And when we have a relationship with God and that good connection with God, I do think that also means that our decisions will tend to be better, more faithful when we are in regular conversation with God and with other people of faith as we go about our lives making decisions. We need someone to walk with us through that. We need a community of faith to lift us up when we're down, to support us, sometimes maybe even to humble us when we need it a little bit too. So, our passage today, trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge him and he will make your paths straight. Each day as we wake up, we need to continue to turn to God. Turn to God for understanding, for wisdom, for mercy, for forgiveness, for all of those things that God is more than happy to bless us with. So, Pam, thanks for the suggestion on scripture reading. If you've got more passages you'd like to suggest for us to talk a little bit about on a Theology Thursday post, please put those in the comments. Till next time.